like to look at DEI is there is room for everyone. I don't care if you are just now starting today and it feels like you're drinking from a fire hose trying to catch up with all these concepts. Or if you've been doing this for 15, 20, 30 years and it seems like the work is getting hard. The truth is a DE&I strategy, a successful and long-term DE&I strategy is a 360-degree process. Everybody from the top to the bottom should be doing this work. This should be a top down and bottoms up approach so we can all meet in the middle. We got to get our board of directors on board. You know, the SEC right now is holding companies accountable for their board of directors, especially if you're on the New York Stock Exchange. They're starting to assess what do your board of directors look like. Then we want to look at the C suite. They are accountable to the board of directors, from the CEO to the chief technology officer, to the chief HR officer, to the chief diversity officer, to every facet of that organization where someone has a chief title. How are they upholding and cascading the principles of DE&I, and what is their responsibility as leaders in doing that? Human resources I have here at the core because historically the human resource department has been responsible for equity and inclusion, but really from an EEOC standpoint. The EEOC is the federal organization responsible for tracking fairness, particularly in the US. And I imagine there is some variation globally in some capacity. And so HR essentially was inherently risk averse. How do we minimize risk? And now with this concept of diversity, equity, and inclusion, it's like, oh my gosh, we have to care about people too. I'm being funny for all of my HR practitioners, but it's also this degree of empathy. How do I manage a report, a human resource report that has bias and also protect company at the same time? How do you protect the employee and the company? So I see the human resource department, where many of you may be advocates, as really being a key area of both risk and opportunity for evangelizing this work. Then you got business leaders, right? I want us to lean into our relationship with business leaders so that they are also held accountable for how they're bringing diversity, equity, and inclusion to life in the context of their role and their responsibility. And last, but certainly not least, is global employees. In any capacity with which you work with this organization, you too should not only be aware and informed, but how are you now carrying out and cascading these principles? This is a moment of empowerment, everyone. The DE&I strategy is holistic. Now that the DE&I strategy has been cascaded down to you, it is your responsibility to continue that, and you bring it to life through the DE&I strategy in your org. How powerful is that of what you all are capable to do?